Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got Eric's engine on the test stand. If you've been following along a little bit, you know that I rebuilt this engine. The guy started it, and then another crack appeared, and I pinned number 3 exhaust valve valve bowl. I got 12 pins in there to fix that crack. We got on the test stand, got the radiator, everything's hooked up. Try and get some light on it for you. Okay, when they dropped off the engine, they gave me this Solex carb and a YF. They said the YF was giving them trouble. We're going to try the Solex. They brought me a rebuilt distributor that's got points in it, does not have Pertronics. You see right here, I tapped into the head because the electric sending unit, the bung was way in there. I didn't want to mess that up. So I tapped into the head for this water gauge. So I've got a water gauge and I've got an oil pressure gauge here. The engine's cold right now. I put the distributor in and just adjusted that to get the timing close. I put their alternator on there. They're going to run an alternator on here. We've got a little tiny muffler on here, and when they ran this the first time, it ran good, and then they ran it a second time, and they were getting coolant out the muffler here because it was just pouring in and coming right out the exhaust and shooting right out. So that's not good. I don't know exactly what the temperature was. I don't know how hot it got when they ran it. They said it didn't get hot. I don't trust electric gauges. I like to use the mechanical gauges. But either way, the crack is fixed. We're going to fire it up and see how the carburetor goes. I've got my timing light is on the floor ready to go. I've got a starter button there. I've got a little jumper wire. We're just going to take that from positive on the coil to positive on the battery to get this guy livened up. And I've got a fan set up. You know, on a summer day, if you're running an engine and you don't have it in a vehicle and you just have it on a stand, you need some kind of air pushing through there because the summer air will just make them want to overheat if they're just in a stand. So it's going to get noisy. We're going to put the fan on. We're going to fire the engine up. They told me they broke it in properly, according to how I like to break things in. You can catch my videos on that. They told me they broke it in properly, so we're not going to get too crazy, but I'm going to kind of break it in. We're going to check the exhaust, make sure there's no coolant coming out of it, and just give this guy like another break-in. We've got Shell Rotella 1540 in there. We've got a new filter in the canister, and I've got a fresh battery, so we'll just take off from here. Yeah, we may be running out of fuel. Let me get some more fuel in the gas can. guys, at idle or a little above idle, 40 pounds oil pressure. You can see there's a 165 thermostat in there, and it's keeping just under 165 for temperature. We did about another half hour break in. Move around here to the exhaust and show you. There's nothing in the exhaust. It's just as it should be. We didn't get a bit of coolant leaking past our pins. The fix is good. We've got good oil pressure. The temperature is perfect. Let me turn that fan off. Okay, the engine is running perfectly. The timing is set right at 5 degrees before. I cannot get this Solex to idle properly. It's either dirty or... I usually have pretty good luck with Solexes, but this one is either worn out or something's going on. I can't get it really to idle the way I want it under 1,000 RPM. They brought me a YF as well. That one's even worse than this. This is going to need a carburetor. The engine is running its time properly, but it is going to need a carburetor. I do not like this one. It's not falling into place at all. And you can see, looking on the ground here, we have no oil leaks. With the radiator, I'm just running this on water right now because I don't want to make a mess with coolant, but the radiator is not pissing over or anything. Like I say, the timing is right on, and everything is working very good on this. So with the exception of the carburetor, I'm very happy with the repair. There's no coolant coming out of the exhaust at all. It was a good, like I say, there was 12 pins in there. A crack did open up, and sometimes things like this just happen. But for right now, I'm not going to run it again until I get some decent carburation on there, and we'll take it from there. Okay guys, we're just pulling the plugs out to see what that carburetor was like. That's number 4, and you see we got a nice tan insulator. When I was running that carburetor, I had to run it on half choke just to keep it running. Here's number 3. I think you can see that. That's a good mixture in there. I had to run that at half choke, and like I say, I don't know if that carburetor is dirty or what's going on. That's number 2. Just a little rich. I'd rather it a little rich when we're breaking things in than lean. When I took these plugs out, they were bright white, so I know it was the first couple run-ins were probably very lean. I always like a little richer mixture when I'm breaking an engine in. We don't want to be burning holes in the tops of pistons or anything. But there's definitely something wrong with the carburetor. It's just not, it's not what I want for this engine, so I'm either going to have to get one or maybe they're going to want to do it themselves. I don't know. But it needs a carburetor. Like I say, the timing is set. The temperature is perfect. We have no coolant anywhere. So I don't know how far they want me to take this engine, but I'll talk to them. And this is generally not how I detail an engine out. If you guys that I'm doing engines for are looking at it, you know, I don't paint them gray or use blue wires or anything. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody's got to do their engine the way they want them, but I always put them back original. So my engines are usually black and a little bit cleaner. But you can see they did some things. They painted the fan tips orange. That's pretty nice because you can really see it. You don't want to jam your hands in there. But anyway, this engine is ready to go. Less a carburetor. We still got to do something there. And that's it. I'll break it down. I'll pull the radiator off. I'll pull the exhaust off. but I'll leave the accessories on, the distributor in, the way the timing stays and everything. And that's about all I have for this one. We'll cover this up and leave it until we figure out what we're doing. But that's about all for this one. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon. But thanks again for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.